Hey you guys, it's Alan and Mo here with Love on Purpose, and we want you guys to download the app Dominion TV. Now, listen, in order for you guys to watch us, make sure you download that app. We're on every Thursday at 7 p.m. Don't miss it.
Hey guys, it's Alan and Mo here, founders of Love on Purpose. We want to encourage you to follow us on all social media platforms. Listen, we're on Facebook at Love on Purpose TV show. We're on Instagram at Love LUV on Purpose. And we're on YouTube at Love on Purpose. You can also contact us at request@alanandmo.com. And then visit our website at alanandmo.com. Hello guys, it's Alan and Mo here with another episode and another week of Love on Purpose.
Yes.
We hope you guys are doing well this week. We hope that you guys have been enjoying the content, which we've been hearing some reviews, and we've been engaging with you guys on Instagram and the Facebook page. We also wanted to let you know, for any other questions or any other inquiries that you have for me and Mo, you can email us directly at request, that's request with the S, at alanandmo.com. So, you know, up until this point, we've been digging pretty deep.
Yes.
I mean, we've been digging pretty deep into, you know, the whole singleness and, you know, and even relationships. We spent a good bit of time talking about vision with the vision board. But another thing that we talked about, and today we want to share with you, because this is a critical point in our relationship, is non-negotiables.
Good topic.
Yeah. So one thing that we know, I mean, if the year 2020 didn't teach us anything, and I mean, now that we're into 2021, I mean, we have this perspective, you know, sharper than ever now.
Yeah.
But we learned that our time is valuable.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And we were wasting time on things before and not even, you know, accounting it for much at all.
Yeah.
But then boom, you know, we have a global pandemic, and
Yeah.
then we realize, hold on for a second, my time is valuable.
Oh yeah.
And the same thing goes for relationships, right?
Definitely.
And so, I mean, it was funny because, you know, we laugh about this all the time, but your non-negotiable list was given early in the relationship.
Yes.
I mean, like your non-negotiable list was like, boom, here it is.
Yeah.
And so talk through a little bit about, you know, just how you came up with that. You know, what was your, you know, motivation? Have you always did that? You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, no. So I absolutely did not always have a non-negotiable list, but that came when I figured out who I was.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
that
Wow.
came when I figured out the things that I did not like and the things that I did like in relationships. And I just kind of, you know, said, okay, if I go into another relationship, I have to be intentional and make sure I have these non-negotiables and things that I'm not going to tolerate in a relationship. And when I did that, of course, I met him.
Yeah. So was that the first one?
You were the first one.
So I was the recipient of the non-negotiable list.
Which
It
is
worked.
good.
It worked though.
Right, it worked. And I'm telling you, if I did probably do it with my past relationships, those non-negotiables would have kicked those people right on out.
Wow.
But that comes with, you know, knowing who I was and learning myself, you know?
Understood. No, that's a good point, because it takes me back, because I remember where I was at when we had that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I was on the phone, I was at the house, you were, you were on the phone as well, and you were like, hey, you know, what's your non-negotiables?
Here's the thing. He'll say that you didn't have non-negotiables.
I didn't have a list.
He didn't
I have a whole
He didn't
list.
have a list that was written out. Now, I just was intentional and I wrote mine out. He did not write his out. However, he had things that he was not tolerating.
Oh, correct.
Am I right?
Oh, correct.
Okay. And you had things that you just didn't like
No, correct.
in women. And you call it picky, but that's what that was.
No. And you know what? You're right, though. You're right. I mean, there were things, but it all goes back to, like you said, knowing yourself.
Yeah.
You got to know who you are. So I mean, those of you who are, you know, watching this broadcast right now, you're watching this broadcast and you may be in a situation like, well, you know, how do I come up with non-negotiables? How do I know if they're the right non-negotiables? Here's the thing. First of all, you have to know who you are.
Right.
You have to know who you are and what you are willing to do and what you're not willing to tolerate.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's where the true process happens. That's where the non-negotiables happen. It's because, okay, listen, this is who I am. This is where I'm going. And this is these are the things that will take me away from that. Right?
Good.
So it was almost like when you were sharing the non-negotiables with me, it was almost like you telling me, okay, before we go further into vision, let me tell you about the things that will be an antagonist against my vision. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you about the things that will be a detour that will take me the opposite direction from getting to my vision.
Yeah.
And that's what it seemed like the non-negotiables were. And I really feel like when you gave those, if I wasn't prepared to have that conversation, that would have probably been an indication to you that
Probably so.
like listen, don't waste my time.
Don't
dude.
waste my time.
Don't I'm out.
Right.
You figure this out, you get it together, and don't waste my time. But I think even for our viewers watching though, that's critical, because as you're talking to people, as you are, engaging in, relationships or whatever, or listen, it may be someone that you've been talking to for months, maybe years.
Yeah, and here's the thing too. We're saying this in the sense of an intimate relationship, but this is also good for friendships.
Correct.
This is good for family relationships. You have to have those non-negotiables in place and know who you are and what things you're going to tolerate and what things you're not. And again, at that moment, I was not only just for intimate relationships, I knew what I wasn't tolerating in my family relationships. I knew what I wasn't tolerating in friendships.
That's good.
So I took those, of course, non-negotiables, even though it was a list, but I had it set in my mind, like, this is what I'm going to do from now on with any relationship.
So it formed those healthy boundaries.
Absolutely.
It puts you in a position to say, okay, it's kind of like insurance on your goals, right? Right. Okay, listen, I'm going to make sure this doesn't happen.
Absolutely.
I'm going to make sure that at the worst case scenario, no matter what I go through, these boundaries will protect me from not ultimately receiving my, the reward of reaching my goal.
Absolutely.
And like you said, to your point, that's so true, because I begin to think about, like when it comes to like even the Bible and like how Joseph and how intentional Joseph was in his journey. Like Joseph started out, he was telling his vision to everybody, right? And I mean, we know what that got him. They got him in the pit. But after that, though, Joseph was strategic in his approach.
Yeah.
I mean, Joseph knew, he was like, okay, I'm not going to allow my present situation and my present atmosphere to be shaped by how other people perceive me.
Right.
And so what he did was, yes, he had a vision, but on the other hand, he had non-negotiables. Yeah. One of those non-negotiables were, hey, listen, I'm in here, I'm a prisoner, but I'm not a prisoner mentally.
That's good.
So when he was given the opportunity to say, hey, somebody has a dream, somebody has a vision, and there needs to be some kind of discernment in that, I'm your guy. Yeah. Prisoners don't do that. Prisoners don't have that kind of mentality.
Right.
But no, we have to get to the place where we say we know who we are.
Right.
We know what we're willing to accept, but we also know where we're going.
Right.
So guys, as you work on your vision for your life, as you work on your vision for your relationship, you have to also work on, hey, what are some detractors that I have to stay away from?
Yeah.
And when you encounter people, you're not going to necessarily know if they're a detractor or not.
You're not.
I'm in business. I spent 10 years in the banking industry. Right. And one thing that we work on from a customer service standpoint is we work on, hey, there's 3 types of people. You have promoters, you have passives, and you have detractors. Right? Right? So when you're going into a relationship, you don't know which one of those people the person you're talking to is going to be.
That's right.
But that list of non-negotiables, it's going to let you know, hey, listen, this person may be a detractor because they're constantly trying to violate a non-negotiable that you have.
That's really good. That's really good.
So we think about love on purpose, right? When we think about love on purpose, if we think about, hey, this relationship has to be purposeful, what like was the real, I know you said whenever you realize who you were, that's whenever you walked into the season. But what was your real motivation to stick to your non-negotiables while we were talking? Like, what was like your real motivation for that?
Well, one, I wanted to have a healthy relationship. Like, through my past relationships, I won't say they were horrible. Like,
yeah.
they kind of were.
Oh my goodness.
But I'm just saying, I just wanted to. I was so tired of doing the same thing. They call that insanity.
Yeah.
You do the same thing over and over.
Expecting the same result, right?
Exactly.
That's correct.
So I got tired of that. So I knew I had to do something different.
Yeah.
And with that, I said, you know what? I'm going to set these boundaries, and not only again know who I am or whatever the case is, but I'm teaching people how to treat me.
Whoa.
You know what I mean?
Whoa.
You have to teach people how to treat you and what you're going to deal with and what you're not going to do.
So you mean to tell me when, there's a young lady out there, she meets Mr. Right. Mm-hmm. This guy is experienced in, just life. He knows how to make money. He knows how to build a business. He has his home. He's just a gentleman. You mean to tell me that guy still needs to be taught how to treat you?
Absolutely. And that goes for you and anybody else too. You still have to let people know how to treat you, because if not, if you don't set those boundaries, they're going to treat you any kind of way. And then now you're in the situation where it's like, I put myself in this situation because I did not tell this person how to treat me.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's really good. Yeah. Because see, what that means is, and I always say this, people are going to get away with what you let them get away with.
Yep.
I mean, guys, you're in a relationship. Just know people are going to get away with what you let them get away with. Yeah. I want to dig deeper into the non-negotiables though.
Okay.
I want to give them some of our non-negotiables.
Okay.
Because I think that'll help.
Yeah.
So guys, thank you for joining today. On the next episode, we're going to take a deep dive into some of our non-negotiables, and we're going to add some value. Yeah, we're going to roll some sleeves up. We're going to get into it. So guys, again, we appreciate you joining. Like, share the broadcast, download the Dominion TV app, and we will see you guys again next Thursday at 7 p.m. Bye-bye.
See you guys.
Hey guys, it's Alan and Mo here, founders of Love on Purpose. We want to encourage you to follow us on all social media platforms. Listen, we're on Facebook at Love on Purpose TV show. We're on Instagram at Love LUV on Purpose. And we're on YouTube at Love on Purpose. You can also contact us at request@alanandmo.com. And then visit our website at alanandmo.com.
Hey you guys, it's Alan and Mo here with Love on Purpose, and we want you guys to download the app Dominion TV. Now, listen, in order for you guys to watch us, make sure you download that app. We're on every Thursday at 7 p.m. Don't miss it.